Now it's time to dive into one of the most important and powerful concepts in Adobe After Effects. Something that sits at the very heart of animation, and that is keyframes. If you have never worked with keyframes before, don't worry. Once you understand how they work, you'll realize that they are actually quite simple and incredibly useful. So what are keyframes? In the simplest terms, keyframes tell After Effects how something should change over time. Either it's an object's position on the screen, its size, how visible it is, or even how fast it spins. Keyframes are used to define those changes. Think of keyframes like plot points in a story. You set a starting point, like the object begins here, and an ending point, and now it ends up there. After Effects then automatically fills in all the frames in between to create smooth motion. That's animation. Let's walk through a simple example together. Create a shape to animate. First we need something to animate. Go up to the top menu and click on Layer. Go to New. Then click on Shape Layer. This will create a blank shape layer in your timeline. Now select the rectangle tool from the toolbar at the top. It's the one that looks like a square. If you don't see it, click and hold the shape tool until the rectangle option appears. Once you have got the tool selected, click and drag anywhere inside the composition panel to draw a square. Hold Shift to draw a proportionate shape. You can make it any size you like, just make sure it's clearly visible in the center of the screen. Let's align the shape first now. Hold Ctrl and click on this button, pan behind button. Double click on it to align anchor point to the center. Now select the shape, go to Align and align it in the center. Step 2. Open the position property. With the shape layer selected in the timeline, press the letter P on the keyboard. This opens the position property for that layer. What you are seeing now is a pair of numbers. Those are the X and Y coordinates of your shape's position in the composition. When we change these values over time using keyframes, our object will move. Before moving forward, let's align the shape to the center. And also let's bring the anchor point to the center of the shape. Hold Ctrl and double click on this pan behind button to bring the anchor point to the center. Now I'll bring the shape to one side. Step 4. Set your first keyframe. Move your timeline cursor all the way beginning at 0 seconds. Now click the stopwatch icon next to the position property. This sets your first keyframe, telling After Effects at this point in time the shape should be right here. You'll see a little diamond icon on the timeline. That's your first keyframe. Step 4. Add a second keyframe. Now drag the timeline indicator forward to about 3 seconds in the timeline. Now click and drag the shape to different position on the screen. Maybe move it to the right or top corner. As soon as you move it, the After Effects automatically creates a second keyframe on that time. What you have just done is tell After Effects, okay, start here at time 0 and be here by 3 seconds. Now hit the space bar to preview your animation. You should see the square smoothly gild from first position to second across the 3 second span. That's keyframe animation in animation. Step 5 is that we explore other properties. Let's build on this by experimenting with some other animation properties. Press S on the keyboard to open scale property. Try setting a keyframe at 0 seconds. Let's say 50%. And then bring it to 3 seconds. And let's set it to 100%. Now your shape will grow while it moves. Now press T on the keyboard to open opacity. Bring it to 0. Click the stopwatch icon. Set it to 0%. And at 2 seconds, make it 100%. And now your shapes fits in. Press R on the keyboard to open rotation property. At 0 seconds, let it be 0, and at 3 seconds, make it 1. Now let's play the animation. Each of these transformation, position, scale property can be animated independently or together for more dynamic effects. Step 6 is adjusting the timing and preview. You can always adjust your keyframes by simply dragging them left or right. This changes when the animation happens and how fast or slow it feels. If you want to smoother, more natural animation, try selecting your keyframes. Right click, then go to Keyframe Assistant and Easy Ease. Let's do this to all the properties. This softens the in and out of the animation, so it doesn't feel more mechanical or abrupt. Also enable motion blur for your shape layer and activate it in the timeline. This adds a realistic blur effect when your object moves quickly. And that's your introduction to keyframes in After Effects. By just learning how to set and adjust keyframes, you have already unlocked the core of motion design. Almost everything you animate, from text to logos to full scenes, is built on this exact principle. As we move forward in the tutorial, you'll start to apply keyframes in more creative and powerful ways, including working with text and more complex layers. But for now, great job getting this far. You have just taken a major step in learning animation.